Okay, so this is the final thing we're going to discuss today. I promised I would bring this up earlier, and here we are. This is voicenotes.com. It's a fantastic app and voice sort of transcription service, all kinds of cool and creative things that you can do with voice notes with respect to recording audio, transcribing it. You have an AI feature built in, allows you to ask questions of your own content. You can see here, these are all the recordings that I've made over a long period of time. It's been around for about a year, and I use it fairly frequently. I use a bunch of different recording software, but this is just one of many tools in my sort of toolbox. So for a lot of the communities that I do consulting for, or that I am building myself, I use voice notes as a big part of our process. All right, but they just released this new feature, which is fantastically cool, and it's the pages functionality, right? So if you go here, you can see that's Ziggy, our pug. We have three dogs, but uh, this pages functionality lets you record content and publish it to a page that you can then send. You can send clients, you can send your community, you can send readers, subscribers, etc. to your page, right? So if I hit this, it's going to actually.
Okay, so let's look at the absolute easiest way.
Okay, so you can hear me talking there. This is a recording that I created earlier today for our product community. And let's see if I haven't done this ever before. This is a brand new feature. Let's see what happens if I type in how to create a tiny product. All right, so we're going to search my audio. And folks can actually land on this page, and by dint of the content that I've already published and recorded, you can actually get answers to the questions predicated on the audios that are available. Now, as you can see, there's only one audio thus far. Therefore, it's somewhat limited, but pretty helpful, right? Ian's method involves, Ian's being me, if you're just joining us, involves using answer the public. First, enter a keyword phrase to generate questions. Answer these questions confidently in multiple formats. Use transcription tools like Wave for efficiency. Meh, that's not really necessarily the right answer there. Upload the content to an LMS platform. This scales expertise to broader audiences. This is all true, right? Ian recommends platforms like Gumroad and Buy Me a Coffee. Buy Me a Coffee happens to be actually the LMS, let's call it, the digital storefront software that the folks behind Voice Notes own as well. I think that's their first real big success story, was their Buy Me a Coffee platform, which is still great. I don't use it, but I know many folks who do. There are other options like Podia, not Codia, and Google Commerce, WooCommerce. So certainly some of this interpretation is not great via the AI, but it's certainly close enough. And there's only one audio thus far that you can actually reference, right? But remember, I have all of these different audios right here. I mean, there are tons and tons and tons. And when I start publishing all this stuff to that page, all of these, the AI is going to get smarter, right? And there's going to be more and more and more sort of intelligence behind, my pages, right? So I have a number of pages for different communities. Thus far, three, right? So these are just different communities that you can check out via my voice note subdomains, right? But there's going to be more because I'm involved in so many different communities and projects with partners, et cetera, et cetera. But anyway, I'm going to continue to record content just like this and publish it and it also obviously, folks can read the transcript too, right? So if you're just now starting, right, and you're just now looking for the right way of interacting with clients, maybe you have a Substack, maybe you have a niche market, vertical industry, or area of expertise that you're really trying to build yourself into the thought leader or the go-to guru in quotes, or anything like that. This is really a fantastic way of doing all of that on a bootstrap budget, and really, offering something that's pretty unique to your audience. I mean, if I took all of these, these voice notes, you can see I rank 552 out of 200,000 note takers. So that just shows you, and this is just one of, you know, like a plethora of different voice recording tools that I use, right? If I literally only exclusively used voice notes, I would probably be in the top like 20 people, in their entire database with respect to how much content I'm churning out. Because I use Noted, I use, Audio Pen, I use a Wave .co, I think it is, which is another tool that allows me to record content and transcribes it. So I'm really looking forward to this. I'm actually really looking forward to be totally honest with you with testing this, right? So having a shit ton of these recordings that I can send people to, and having folks get answers to questions that are really helpful to them in their brand and business building endeavors, right? That's a really exciting thing. And I'm going to, because it makes it my life easy. I don't have to answer so many questions. I can refer people to the page. I can sell access to the page if I want to, and really give people what I hope is a world class experience with respect to instantly getting answers to the very limited domain in which I have real expertise, which is creating products, helping people, empowering entrepreneurs, and quite honestly, helping people make more money, right? Teach what you know, do what you love, wake up the world with your work. I hope this has sort of inspired you to maybe look at this idea for yourself. I'm certainly super excited about it, and we'll see where it goes. And I apologize if you could hear in the background the super obnoxious people behind me are in our backyard are installing a pool. They happen to be very nice people. The people installing the pool, unfortunately, are like blaring some sort of like Metallica, circa 1989, which has, been ringing in my ears for the last 72 hours. Unfortunately for me, hopefully you can't hear that, but if you can, that's the reason you're hearing that soundtrack in your head. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful day, and I appreciate you watching.